This is A-Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I am your host, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So, what are we talking about? This sort of continues on with the theme of women removing themselves from being women, women not needing men, because all of those things are wrapped up into one another. And Black women seem to think that they have moved past needing men or moved past the concept of men or whatever the case may be. So I'm going to show you a really quick video, and then we're going to come back with my perspective. So let me go ahead. Let me share. And here we go.
Men don't like loud women.
What century is this that some women think we still care what men say they don't like? Honey, we don't care. Oh. We really don't care. See, let me tell you something. When men say they want peace of mind from a woman, oftentimes what they really mean is that they want their freedom to cheat and misbehave and not be confronted. They want to leave all the domestic chores and nurturing duties on you, not pull their weight, still live as single men, and not be held accountable. It's as simple as that. So the rest of us, we have moved on. We have moved on from pandering, because we've seen exactly what men do to even women who are silent. We do not care. Honey, you on your own, no? You are on your own. The rest of us moved on.
Okay. So there was no need to run that twice. Let me stop sharing. There was no need to run that twice. Okay. Part of the title of that was, why do men think mentally healthy women care what they think? So women who care what men think, it's being tied into a mental health issue, it's being tied into a woman being crazy, or she's being foolish, or she's being whatever. So this is yet another example of Black women vacating the role of women, because one of the things that she actually said was, well, they leave all of the household domestic chores and nurturing to you. Who else they supposed to leave it to? And then she was like, they don't pull their weight. See, this is the thing. Black women always jump to the worst possible scenario of a relationship to debunk the fact that they should be women in relationships. Have y'all noticed that? Every time we talk about women in a relationship and what women should be doing in a relationship, it always gets brought up as, well, the men aren't worthy, the men aren't this and that, the men do this, the men do that. Why y'all basing your femininity on whether or not these men are worth anything, or whether or not these men cheat or whatever? Why are all of your examples of a relationship these horrible examples? What's wrong with y'all? It's like Black women can't even conceive of a relationship that's actually good, that's actually positive, that's actually healthy, that actually works, a relationship that works, that's not built off of this dysfunction that she show everybody. It's like that's not something that's even enters into a lot of Black women's minds about when we talk about relationships, especially when I refer to them, unless I specifically state otherwise, when I'm referring to relationships and what women should be doing and what men expect, I am coming from the standpoint of a positive, healthy relationship between two adults. I'm not coming from these trauma bonds that y'all are coming from and talking about. Okay, a man that don't pull his weight, that doesn't want to be held accountable in his relationship because he wants to misbehave and cheat and all that type of stuff that she accused, just men of in general, and saying that when men say they want peace, that's what they want, that's what they mean. That's only what F-19s mean. F-boys think that way. And why your examples of what men want always come from an F-boy standpoint? It's only the simps and the F-boys and all of them type of dudes that want a woman to just stand by and be stupid and be quiet or whatever, and he gets to do whatever he's doing, including not be a man, including not give the 4 Ps, including all of this stuff, and he doesn't want her to say anything about it, or he doesn't want her to express that she's hurting, or that this is not a good relationship, or that she's not getting the things out of the relationship that she needs and therefore can't give what she needs to give to the relationship. This is only F-19s get mad at that. A F-19 to get mad at that in a minute. Man, what you talking about, man? You always talking. You always got something to say, man. Listen, man, I do what I want to do. That's that guy. So all your experiences have been that guy. That's something wrong with you. That's something that you need to check up on, sis. Because there's no way that a woman should be of a certain age, middle ages and up, and have never had a relationship with a man that wasn't an F-boy. You ain't never had a relationship with a man that was just being a man? You ain't never had a relationship with a man that when he said he wanted peace, he meant a woman that wasn't chaotic? Because, see, it's not chaotic to talk to your man about the state of your relationship or the state of your emotions within your relationship. That's not chaotic in and of itself. Now, you can do it in a chaotic way, but in and of itself, that's not a chaos. And men who are men don't view it as a chaos either. They don't view it as my woman coming at me. If a man is being a man and he's doing something wrong, a lot of times he know he done did something to hurt that woman. And if he doesn't redress the situation himself before she get to it, he not going to be feeling some type of way in terms of she's not a good wife or she's not a good woman if she come bring it to his attention and say, listen, beloved, this happened in the relationship and I my heart is hurt. My heart is hurt because of that. Because of what happened, because of what you said, because of what you did. And a man who being a man, he gonna take that. He just gonna take that. Okay, you know what? I was foul. I was kind of foul on that. I was kind of foul on that one. I can take that. Especially if you bring it nice. Especially if you just want to talk. Especially if you're not trying to, do the check. Like, if you're not coming at them with that type of energy, because men typically have resolution skills, problem resolution skills that don't involve, deflecting to the woman when he's in the wrong. So these are all these F-boys that y'all are talking about. But anyway, so here's the other thing. How do you as a woman move on from your biological counterpart? She's talking about we moved on. Moved on to where? Moved on to where? To do what? Now, these are the same women that talking about they don't care what men think. And they demonstrate that to a large degree. I thought it was interesting that it was a white woman that was saying men don't like loud women. You know what I'm saying? And trying to capitulate to what men want. And then it was a black woman, what sounds like African woman. She wasn't an American black woman with that accent. Coming up talking about we done moved on. That's interesting. That's real interesting. It's black women always coming around, whether they be American black or black from Africa or black from the Caribbean or whatever the case may be. Always a black woman talking about how she don't need no man nowhere. And it's getting on my nerve, y'all. I wish y'all would knock it off. Because it's definitely getting on my nerve. You working my last nerve with this foolishness. Now, these would be the same women talking about they don't care what men want. They want a man that's emotionally available in a relationship. These are the types of women. These are the same women that want men to understand their needs and things like that and their wants in a relationship and cater to them and give them the things that they want and need in a relationship. While at the same time talking about we don't care what men want in relationships. We get it. That's why you don't bring nothing to it. That's why you don't do nothing for it. That's why you don't help it. That's why you don't nurture it. That's why you don't take care of it. That's why you don't try to preserve it, because you don't care about what he thinks or what he feels or what he needs in a relationship that you in with this man. And as soon as somebody call you out on it and say, well, you know what I'm saying, you should be doing X, Y, and Z for the man. You know, now you got all these examples about how this man is not worth it. But why you with him, sis? That's always my question when black women talk about, when we talk about in these hypothetical relationships, she always hypothetically go to a F-boy. That's your pathology, sis. Anyway, so in the title, it was saying mentally healthy women. So basically, women who wish to fulfill the role of being a woman and complying with what men will say they want, you know what I'm saying, the best qualities that they want in women in order to treat them a certain type of way or in order to acknowledge them in a certain type of way. These are mentally ill women. All right. So again, femininity is equated with stupidity and weakness, because then she starts talking about, we see what the men do to even the women who are silent. The men are not asking the women to be silent. They're asking the women to be peaceful. And that's actually different, because only super chaotic women that don't know how to not be chaotic thinks that peace means quiet, because anytime she opened her mouth, she got chaos coming out of it. Trust me, I used to be that woman. I used to be that woman that didn't know about peace, didn't know how not to. I equated peace with silence. I used to be her until I healed and realized that peace is not silence. Peace is the absence of chaos. You can say what you want to say. You can say everything that you need to say in a relationship as long as you can do it peacefully. You don't have to stand by and be a mute. That's not what's required. That's not what's required of womanhood, to be a mute. No man that's actually a man in his relationship wants his wife to never say anything to him. To never, because how's she gonna give her insight if she don't ever say nothing? How's she supposed to support him if she don't ever say nothing? How's she supposed to help him build if she don't ever say nothing? So it's not even rational. And this is how black women keep other black women from being treated and regarded with the same care and attention that men treat other women with. And see, y'all be feeling some type of way when black men get with these white women, get with these Mexican women, get with these Asian women, you know what I'm saying? And they give them the world and they treat them a certain type of way. And you be trying to figure out why he don't do it for black women. Just because a lot of black women don't have that same sensibility, that same vulnerability as women. You scared of the vulnerability and you like to project it off on the men as if the men are doing so wrong that you can't give them the vulnerability, when a lot of the truth is that you don't know how to be vulnerable and you're afraid of that part of femininity. You're afraid of that. You're actually scared of it. Other women, other demographics, other cultures of women actually put themselves in the position to be treated better by men because they don't say they've moved on from men. They don't tell the men that they don't need them. Not by and large, not in the masses that black women do. They don't tell men that. They are the damsel in distress. Black women think that's a weakness, but then you cry and complain about how men, including black men, get with these other women and treat them fragile. It's because they act fragile. You don't even act fragile. You know nothing about what femininity is supposed to be. So you keep moving on from men, and then the men will keep moving to other better women, and then you'll be looking stupid. When you are ready to deal with a man, when you are ready to have good sense in a relationship, it won't be none left. Then you'll be the same ones talking about where all the good men go. You met him already and you blew it. in your 20s, probably your 30s. So before we sign off, I want to draw everybody's attention to the petition against Black Lives Matter organization. They have absconded with the bag, okay, that they got donated to them over $90 million. And there is no accountability for that money except for a few news articles. So we as a Black community have to hold them more accountable. And the way that we start doing that is to sign, share, and even contribute to the petition that we have. So I'm going to put that link in the description box so you guys can easily get to it. I want you guys to sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Have Black women moved on from Black men? And is that smart? Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites. Hey, guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.